Sounds extra peppy today, that mic.
Ooh, tastes so good after another win, huh? What'd you say about the mic?
Sounds like, I can really hear myself today.
Really?
I don't know if that's
Test, check. Can you hear us okay?
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Flag football tonight, episode number 25. I'm here with my co-host, the one and only, Mr. Mikey Howe. How we doing, buddy? How was your weekend?
It was great. Great weather, finally. Jeez.
Cheers to that.
That was fucking
That was
awful for a
nice.
couple. That stretch was something else, to be honest.
Didn't remind me much of spring for a while there.
No, it didn't. But you know what? What are you gonna do?
The good news is Sunday felt like spring. That's for damn sure.
And what episode is this?
This is episode number 25. I immediately think of Reggie Bush.
25, yeah. Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
How about the fact that he got his Heisman stripped and all that stuff, and now they're like, yeah,
Now all
we'll make
that
money
just
in college.
legal.
Yeah, that's fine.
He should get that back.
Yeah, they're probably gonna give that back.
You know what I mean?
And I'd also like to make a hot take to start tonight.
Okay.
Jason Tatum is not a superstar. Agree or disagree?
Not a superstar?
He's not a superstar, no. As he shows up on the team, it's like he heard me say that.
Yeah, he's looking at us.
I just don't see it. I think he goes missing in games.
Oh,
Do you
feels
agree
like
with
it.
that?
I mean,
Who you take
really.
in the playoffs? Paul Pierce or Jason Tatum in their prime?
I'm gonna have to go with the truth
All
right
right.
now because he's more clutch.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He
but
might be more skilled than Paul Pierce, but give me Paulie P.
yeah, for now, you know what I mean. It's still early. It's still early in his career.
Well, is it that? I mean, they're running out of chances with this stacked roster, dude. Like, I don't know.
Corm
But
agrees. Carter says that fucking Tatum's pissing him off.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know. But moving on to more important matters.
Some flag football.
Some might say less important matters, but we're gonna say more important matters.
We had a very interesting week. We had a week 7 in the books. We're cruising here.
I can't believe it. I know we say this every week, but it really is towards the end of the season, man.
I know.
Another one.
Blink your eyes and it's fucking Tuesday.
Yep. Blink your eyes and you got a first round bye.
Celtics are getting fucking smoked right now.
Yeah.
Blink your eyes and you got a first round bye. That's always nice, am I
You
right?
ever seen anyone watching this who has a first round bye?
Everybody else, get ready learning the play-in.
So what do we want to start with?
We'll do our week 7 recap. Before we do that, we're gonna talk some play-in this week as well. You know what I mean? We won't do it now. We'll save that for a little later in the show, but we're gonna talk some scenarios and stuff like that. See kind of who's on the fence of that tournament and maybe like some sleepers or who we think's gonna win the play-in.
Okay. All right, I love that.
To kick it off, though, we can kind of go over the week 7 matchups like we usually do. And we always start with the trap games. First trap game of the day, we had KND versus Primetime, which looking at the final score.
Wait, before.
Oh,
not to interrupt you, but
yeah.
I'm up 2-1 in the series, and we're running out of weeks here.
Does anybody know how the fucking scoring works to this game?
I'll say it every week. I'll recap for anybody who doesn't know.
I can get some popcorn this week.
If you get just the game right, if you pick the correct winner of the game, you get a point. If you're within 5 points, of the score, you get 3 points.
Okay.
If you're within 10 points, you get 2 points, and then if you get a perfect score, it's 5 points.
I thought that was only 1 point last week.
What?
It was 2?
What? No, you get 1 point if you guess the correct winner of the game. So if you pick the wrong team, you get 0.
Oh, all right.
You get the winner, it's 1. Within 10 is 2.
Okay.
3 for 5, and 5 for a perfect score. It's 2-1 series. You need this one.
I do.
You need this one, or else it's not over, but
But it ain't looking good.
it ain't looking good. Okay, so first
I'd be
game,
down 3-1.
you would be down 3-1 with 2 weeks left, so you'd have to win 2 and then have a play-in tiebreaker or something.
You're basically, if you win this week, I'm not worried. You'll basically be the Warriors.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
That series isn't over.
And I'm the Cavs.
Shout out to
3-1. You remember that?
AMC Theaters for the free popcorn.
They heard what we had going on with this show, and they delivered this popcorn. So
All right.
that's pretty cool.
I don't want to bother this with that.
Yeah.
All right, K&D, not much to talk about here, to be honest, this first game. I know
No.
it's a trap game, but
But it wasn't a trap game.
no. You had Primetime by 24 Wow. So you weren't far off.
Holy shit! No, I wasn't. What, they
20
win by 20?
Where's my trusty pen?
This one's out of ink, I think.
Okay, that's a good start.
Here's another pen though for you.
All right.
That one legit might not work.
Okay. All right. So you said prime time by 24. They won by 22. Wow. So we're gonna give you 3 points for that one.
That's a I needed that. That's a hot start.
That's a
right there.
huge start. I said 17. So what's that? 6. So I just missed within 5.
Yeah.
Is it 17?
Wait,
20?
what did you have?
No, they won by 22, not 23. Okay. So you were
Okay.
within 2. I was within 5. So we tied it up. Look at you. The look of defeat on your face was priceless there.
Oh, that's bullshit.
All right. I had it within 5. You had it within 2.
All right. Next game was a fucking blowout. There
Which-
were no trap games this week.
Well, it was close at half.
No.
Halftime, this game was close. There was no stops, and then
Oh right, I was watching the live of that, and you're right. It was just back and forth offense to start the game.
yeah.
And then
And then
it
the
was
offense
extra
kept going off.
stop.
Yeah.
So here we had a 61-33 final. Only
Was that
Flex won.
28? All right. I said by 29.
Wow. Dude, you can't make this up. Like
I'm
we
getting pretty
we
good,
just
dude.
absolutely spitball these numbers every week, and like
Yeah.
that's kind of fucking.
I said by
you know?
29. They won by 28. I think they missed a conversion at the end too, trying to
So
do
you
some
couldn't-
stupid shit.
Wow, somebody
I
had
think-
something there.
Yeah, so they won by 20. I had it by 29, but you weren't far off either. You had them
What did I say? 24.
22. So
22.
you are within.
Fucking sing dong,
Yeah.
I am.
So I get 3, you get 2.
All right, it's a fucking tough little swing there. I thought I was
Yeah.
going to be up big this week, like early. Now
Uh-uh.
I'm losing by a point.
But wait a minute.
What?
We won by 2 or 3. Okay, no, we only won by 1. So next game was Hustlers BBL.
Oh, I said 2 or no?
No, you said by 8. BBL by 8.
Oh,
I said by 11. So
Okay.
we both get 2 points there because we're within 10.
And shout out to the Hustlers. They played a fucking really good game. They played a physical game. It was definitely tight the whole entire time. Either team could have won
Came
that.
down to a conversion, and I didn't even realize afterwards that Hustlers had an onside kick. Didn't even go through my mind. Obviously, it didn't go through their mind
What,
either.
they didn't use it?
So they scored.
Whoopsie.
They got down 1. They went to tie. Didn't get the conversion. We got the ball with 2 minutes, and we obviously got that first down and took a knee. But
Wow, that's tough.
I didn't even think of that.
Pat
Did you?
definitely has the arm to complete
Yeah.
those, and they got the
Yeah.
players to get
Yeah,
open.
I didn't even think of it. So great game by Hustlers.
Yep.
Next game was Greek Odds Honey Badgers.
Yeah.
Okay,
What did we put last week?
this is where the wheels might start falling off for you.
For me and not you?
You had Honey Badgers by 4 points.
Ooh.
They
Oh,
lost.
Jake was chirping me about that.
They lost
was.
by 11, so you get the donut. And I get, I said, wow, so I only get 2 points though, because I said Greek Odds by 5. They won by 11. That would have been a big one if I got 3 there.
All right, so you get a point for being within what?
10 and a point for being right, so 2 points.
All right, next session we're gonna have to take that away. Within 10, that's a lot.
Well, you get a point for being right.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair. If you're
Within
within
10?
10, well, dude, sometimes
He goes, dude, you weren't within 10.
we've been off by
All right.
20 points.
all right.
Now all of a sudden you don't like the points from 4 weeks in. Now there's an issue with the points card.
There is.
All right. So let's talk about this game a little bit. This was game of the week.
Yeah.
Um
This is just, as we said last week, a historical matchup between
Yeah.
two franchises.
and the crazy part now is Honey Badgers are on that cusp of being a play-in team. They're a bubble team right now. You could still get, this season's a little bit different. You can get in with 5 wins.
Okay.
It's top 5. I think actually, excuse me, is it top 5 from each? Yeah, if you're top 5 from each division, the conferences are huge this year, so it doesn't matter.
Both top 5s make it?
Yeah, top 5s make it, and then the bottom 4
Fucking fight.
are in that fucking playing tournament.
The fucking
So Honey
gulag.
Badgers aren't out yet, but 3 and 4. This was a big game, and I mean that team,
Huge game.
Same as last year though. They were on that cusp of being a playoff team, and then they won a couple big games late. So
Yeah.
I'm not completely off of Honey Badgers.
Playoff Jimmy.
Yeah. Greek odds, man.
Continue to win, you know.
Yeah, they're one play away from being undefeated.
Honey Badgers are a really good team too.
Yeah,
I mean that's a tough matchup there, and they won by what is it, 11 points?
they won by 11 points, but I mean, I could see them playing this game 10 times and it being close pretty much every time.
Yeah, I would
to
agree.
be honest.
I would agree.
Okay, so what do we have next?
Next up, wow, I
Sorry.
wanted to go with the upset, and I'm glad I didn't. But the next one is Nor'easter versus Bad Boys,
Can
and
you
Bad
close
Boys.
it down on this one?
Yep.
I'm going brain neutral here. I don't know what's going on. Thanks. Okay.
So we got Nor'easter versus Bad Boys right here.
Did we? You were. Oh yeah. So last
I
episode,
wanted
you
to say
were.
Nor'easter.
You did, and I'll give you that. And then you're like, you almost
I
took
said
the
that.
bait. I was baiting you to take you, and you were like, no, no.
I'll say something too. Is a couple people came up to me at the field and was like, "Patty, you kind of chickened out there. You should have went with Nor'easter." A lot of people were feeling that as well,
Right.
but didn't work out.
And
Bad Boys by 13.
so this is a big one for you, but we'll get into that in a second. This is a big one for you.
All right.
Bad Boy's no Yogi either. I didn't know that.
No
He's
Yogi.
dealing with a hamstring issue or injury. I'm not sure how deep it is, but that's a huge loss.
He was limping around reffing, so I
Yeah.
hope that you get healthy, Yogi.
And especially because they're in position right now at 4-3, I believe they are, to be in the playoffs. They should be fine, but
Do
play
they have to
us.
win out? What if they go 1-1?
I think they still should be in if at 1-1. But they play us, and I'm not sure who the other team they play. We'll get to that shortly. I can't remember. I know they play us last week of the season, but
Good win for Bad Boys, man, without Yogi.
and I guess they were blowing them out. I guess they kind of let off the gas, and it was closer. Like Nor'easter scored a couple touchdowns late, so
Really?
I guess this one at one point was a blowout. You had them within 8. Excuse me, Bad Boys by 8. They won by 13, so that's a big 3 points for you. I had them by 3, so I was within 10, but I'm only gonna get 2 points.
Dude, also Keno, I totally agree. I think that Howe's kinda I'm gonna have to go watch the film for prior weeks. I think he might change the rules.
I don't change
Scoring
it.
system gets a little different, you know what I mean?
No,
I'm just
you
kidding.
guys can look. You guys can look.
I'm just kidding. He's been consistent with the scoring. I just can't fucking buy a win right now.
No, you can't. But you got a point back there. The next game, Dream Killers versus TD Mafia, and we were both on the TDM train this week.
Oof.
But I didn't think it would be like this.
No, I mean, because Dreamkillers have played everybody good that.
This was the first game where they didn't show up to a game.
Yeah.
Which I didn't expect their first game to not show up would be against TDM.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but
especially this is in that beautiful 9:15 window. That's a great little window to play in, huh?
The weather at this point of the day was fucking
magnificent.
Excellent. It was a great time.
Even at 8 a.m. it was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. And hopefully we get blessed with that for the rest of the season.
I think we will.
It's now TD Mafia. Are they legit?
Definitely. I think that they're legit, especially with DJ playing quarterback and just, being on that team, Keno as well, and the rest of the guys they have. But they have, I think DJ's a really good leader on both sides of the ball. I think he's one of those guys that does a really good job getting the best out of the first rounder and the 12th rounder and all the way in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's a champion, man.
And he's a champion.
He's been there before. They had that kid. I can't think of his name. He went up and mossed a couple people this week.
Oh, isn't it like is it Cody?
Might be something like that. We might in the chat. Akino's in here. He'll be able to tell us. But I do want to give him a shout out because he's played well all year. And dude, you look at their roster, like when everyone's showing up, Woods, like Bunny.
Hey, they've been here too. I know we don't go to past seasons much, but like when they did win last year, they weren't necessarily a top team heading into the playoffs.
At this point in the season, they were going to be in the play. Corey Grant.
Corey.
I think it
what
is.
Did I say it was? Did I say Cody?
I think you called him. You called him Courtney or something.
Corey. Everybody fucking
him. Yeah, Corey. So he shout out to Corey. That team, watch out for that. I don't think they could statistically make the playoffs right now, or 2 wins. Right? They beat Boom Boom, or no, I don't know. I they either have 2 or 3 wins. But it's looking like in that division that they're set for the play-in tournament.
Yep.
But either way, it's a team to watch, a team that's been battle tested. I know we always say last season doesn't matter, but they got a lot of returning guys
Right.
who have been in the playoffs and won big games.
Right. Okay, so next up we
Well,
got.
real quick,
Oh, the
had them
Bells.
by.
Almost forgot.
You had them by. It's looking like neither of us seen this coming. I mean, we both picked them to win, but
We both
won by
0, right?
they
Or no,
won
we
by
both picked them to win.
27.
So it's a point each.
I said 6, you said 2. So
Oh.
we both got a point. We both had them winning.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody's seen that happen.
All right, next up we got Demon Time versus Grizzly Bears, and
Oh no!
what?
Uh-oh! Ring the alarm!
No.
Ring the alarm!
Who got it? Me or you?
You! We have a perfect score alert.
Dude,
There's
that's
only been
big.
one in his. That's massive.
Oh my god,
That is massive.
that is
Yep.
so big.
We have a perfect score alert.
These are the glasses
Yeah.
you wear when you get a perfect score.
So now there's only been 2, and we both gotten one.
Yes.
And that was, you couldn't have needed it at a bigger time.
Wow, Risley could have just turned my season around in the show. Holy shit, look
That is
at that.
insane.
Cheeks, Coop, Bubba and the boys, Danny Dimes, you kidding me? Baldwin? I mean, come on.
That is insane. So
I needed that.
this game kind of, I mean, actually, I'm gonna let you tell it because you had the blueprint before. Let's talk about this game, Patty. How did you know this was happening?
You know, can't do that twice, but I don't know. I mean, I just kind of think that Risley is gonna continue to win games by multiple scores. I mean, Demon Time, I knew it wasn't gonna be like, I don't know. I didn't think that they were gonna absolutely annihilate them. They're all buddies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I knew it was gonna be
No
like
cheats, too.
no cheeks. I don't know, buddy. I probably couldn't fucking do that again. There's no logic to it, you know. I just saw it.
You
I
just
could
were
see it.
clutch. You were clutch.
I was just clutch. That's right.
Well, they handled the game that they were supposed to. It's not really a surprise, but I mean, Demon Time put up 40, which is huge because their offense had been an issue and their defense was the issue this week, unfortunately for them. But it's tough to stop that high-powered offense.
It is.
So I had Grizzly Bears by 25. So
Have they scored 40 this year?
No.
So that's,
Not even
I mean,
close. I don't
they
think.
did that against a good ass team.
Yeah, I don't think. So I had them by 25. They won by 18. So I only got 2 points there for being within 10. You get
What I got?
the 5 with the circle.
Come on.
That's huge. That's a
Come on.
3-point game. I think I might still slightly be ahead. We'll count it up shortly because I haven't guessed a wrong team yet. And you've
Those
only
are gonna
guessed
be big.
one wrong team. So we're cruising this week.
That 5 points was fucking
Massive.
Oh, I needed it.
Massive. Okay.
Yeah.
Next game was Guardians versus Punishers, and we're both gonna get a 0 on this one. I didn't see this coming.
No. No, I mean, Punisher's fucking buddy. They're winning games, and like when we played them, I think that was one of our toughest games of the season.
It was.
Was playing the Punishers in week 1. They played a hell of a fucking
Yeah, it
game.
was.
They're physical. They got playmakers. They got Danny who talks a lot of shit,
Yep.
gets his guys going. You know, is that a play? Are they gonna make the playoffs, or are they on the verge of a
They're
play?
in the cusp. They've won 4 in a row, I believe.
So, okay, so they could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right, playoffs.
Yep.
They definitely could. So if I was gonna say if that's teams in the play-in, I think that would definitely be a fucking team to watch out for.
I agree. And I think as of right now they are, as you were just saying, I think 4 and 3. I don't know who they play in the last 2. I think they have to play only Flags because they're in our division, so that'll be a tough game.
Do they? That
We'll
would
get
be
into
tough.
that shortly, but we'll have a whole segment for that. But we're both getting a 0 here because Guardian. Now let's talk about Guardians for a second. They're
on a little
before
losing
the
streak
rain.
here.
Yeah, before the rain week, they were supposed to be canceled. They wanted to play because they're like, we're fighting for a first round
They
bye.
haven't won since then.
Now they're fighting for a playoff spot.
Oh no.
They still should be good, but
They got to go 1-1 and they're in, right?
Yeah, I think they.
They in?
I think they might even. What were they, 5-0 when they played us?
Yeah, or
4-0?
was it 4?
Yeah, I don't know. They're on the cusp. No, they lost to Boom Boom.
Yeah, I think that
They
was week 5.
lost to.
That must have been 5 or 6.
No, they lost to somebody last week too. Boom Boom.
Boom boom, and then they lost this one here. They're not on a 3-game fucking.
Losing streak.
They're
Yeah.
on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah. So 4 and 3. Yeah, they were 4-0. So 4-3. They still have they're in control of their destiny, but and Steven and Deglia said the Punishers have Bad Boys and Grizzly. So that's
2 tough matchups.
yeah. They're in the driver's seat, but that is tough. All right, so moving on. I had 0 and 0. Uh-oh, buddy. This might have sealed the week, this last
Oh
one.
no!
This
Oh,
last
you
one
picked
might
your
have sealed the week.
Didn't you pick Boom Boom?
I did.
You're a scumbag.
So this game, oh my God, I almost got a perfect score on it
Oh, I would have
too.
been.
Oh, that would have been so sweet.
That would have hurt. Who
Let's
they?
let's
Boom
talk
Boom.
about this one because I know you had great coverage. You covered this whole entire game.
We did a little mic'd up video for Boom Boom, and I'm in the middle of making a highlight video for Who Dey. So I got some eyes on this game, and I mean this was a trap game, dude. And Dome knew it before. He was breaking it down to his team that this is gonna definitely can't sleep on Boom Boom. So I don't think they necessarily took Boom Boom lightly. I don't think that was the case.
No.
I think Boom Boom, they just get up for big games, dude. I mean, when they played us too, that was a really tough game. You know,
Yeah.
that was a tough game.
Without Dane.
Wow, I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
So 33-31, both teams were able to get some stops. Things got a little chippy. This felt like a playoff game for sure. Both these teams are, fighting to fucking make the playoffs. Well, I think Who Dey's definitely in, right?
Unless they have a complete meltdown. But
All
this
right, so
was
Who
a
Dey's-
big, but they're fighting for.
You think this was that what you were gonna say?
No, they're fighting for a bye.
Oh,
First
okay.
round bye, which
So it was
is
a big game
important
for
too.
both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, came down to fucking 2 points, dude. So another game that could have went either way. You know what I mean? Just got to go back, watch the film, see what you did wrong, and just can't on to the next week. You know
That's
what I mean? And then for Boom Boom, that's a massive win, dude. These guys they're clicking at the right time, and you've been a part of that when you were on Boom Boom. You know what I mean?
Scary when that boom boom train
It's
gets
moving.
rolling.
It's moving right now.
Realistically, they lost that crazy game to Whiskey Boys where
That
they were
one-
up like big with like a minute left and then score onside kick score.
Wait,
And then
what happened during that game?
so they were up like 2 scores and then Whiskey drove down, scored. Then there was a penalty, an unsportsmanlike on the extra point that got tacked on to the onside.
Who blew it?
I don't know.
Somebody blew
Then
it.
they only had an onside kick. Whiskey Boys from like half field
And
got
they
it,
got it?
scored, and then Boom Boom had a chance. I guess someone had a touchdown dropped in the end zone, and then they lost.
Shout out to Tambo because I've seen him in the ST tournament against a really good team. I think it might have been Cash Out. I could be wrong, but dude, he got a much needed onside kick during that as well. So I've seen him do that a couple times, which I don't know, he might be up to something. He might have a couple tricks or a couple fucking tricks up his sleeve there.
Champ.
Yeah,
World champ.
yeah, for sure. So he's done that a couple times.
He just can't draft a team that can play defense, unfortunately.
Yeah,
they put up numbers, dude. They just
they do. They just can't stop.
Oklahoma Sooners TCU on a fucking Saturday night, like 55-53. So, but anyway, that pretty much wraps it up. So let's do points here. So I got 3 there, and you got 0. So that might have
I'm
done
down
it.
3-1.
Yeah, I think you're down 3-1. You had 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 16. But you got the last 2 wrong.
So Kevin McDonald said that he had an unsportsmanlike on him. Then he dropped the church's money for a TD.
I only beat you by 2, and it came down to that Boom Boom game.
Oh,
and I got within 3 too because I was there. Oh,
what a ballsy way to win it! This kid he wins 18-16 by picking Boom Boom.
Thank you, Boom Boom. I appreciate that. 3-1 series lead.
Who Dey just I mean.
Riley had the Hustlers. We made a note of that because he wanted us to write it down in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Riley, Hustlers by 2.
Buster.
Sorry, you lost the mortgage this week.
You want to know another Buster that picked Hustlers over us? Was shout out to Jordan Perdomo.
Jordan Perdomo, you win Buster of the Week.
Buster of the Week. This goes to Jordy High Roller. Thanks for tuning in.
They did play great though. So.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's his team, but we had to get it done. You gotta get it done. All right, what do we got next?
Next up, we got what should we do here?
Did
We
you
got
finish that one yet? Huh? Player of the week.
yeah. Let's run the player of the week real quick.
You
Let me
want?
pull the
Did you
stats up.
finish that thing yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty heavy. I don't
Let me get one. And I'll finish this.
Ooh, you like limes are my favorite, so I'll let you double up on something else if you want lime.
Give me peach.
Oh, there's no peach left.
There's no peach.
You can double up kiwi.
I'll take a kiwi. I guess.
Kiwi or I'll double up on kiwi. I don't care.
No, I'd rather kiwi.
The only ones I really like are guava.
You like that?
I like lime.
I'll take a fucking kiwi. 1 and 1. Give me 1 and 1.
Yeah. All right. And then all right. So, what do we got next?
We got the players of the week, and these guys are not new to this show. We got Andrew Duval of the Greek Gods. He had this week 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, 5 tackles, a defensive touchdown, 2 interceptions, and 1 pass. What's PD?
Pass deflection.
Pass deflection. Dude, this guy's honestly fucking insane, man. It's like
Does he win this every other week?
it feels like it, right? And the funny thing is he just never. It's just you know what I mean. It must get boring.
Does he even know he wins it every week?
No.
He has no idea that he wins this every week.
And shout out to Andrew Duval once again for winning the week 7 player of the week. Why don't you break down this QB here? You got anything to say? I'll take the popcorn while you.
Hasn't he won it? QB of the week every other week?
Here's another one that's not new to the show.
I don't like that.
Who you vote?
Huh?
Why can't I ever vote for you?
Captains.
Oh.
And Jay just pays Venmos us all $5 a week.
Yeah. Why is it that Jay gets 2 votes every week?
I don't know.
No one thinks that's weird.
I think it's very weird.
You know what I mean?
Very strange, very rigged. It's very I don't know.
Everybody gets 1 except for him.
Yeah. And Jay always votes for himself too. He's not. I've never vote for myself. He always votes for himself. Anyway, congrats to these players. I don't think this really surprises any of us. All jokes aside, 2 of the top talents in this league.
Yeah.
I mean, you could arguably say 1-2 or 2-1 or of most valuable actual players to league. We'll get into that later too.
Yeah, we're gonna make some predictions there.
You got to think that these guys are that top tier talent, and it's no surprise here. So congrats to our players of the week.
Good shit, boys.
What do we got next, Pat?
What do you want to do next?
You want to get into awards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to pull up the stats so that we have it?
Yeah.
All right, chat. I want you guys to participate in this one with us, please. We are all going to vote in here. I want everybody's opinions. We're going to go over the who we think's going to win these awards for this session.
Alert.
Leaders. We'll go to that. All right, let's start with quarterbacks. Or how should we do? You want to start with rookie of the year?
No, because that's a big one. Let's end that closer to MVP. Let's start with QB of the year.
QB of the year?
Yeah.
I want you to go first.
Okay. So I'm gonna structure mine where I'm not gonna give someone 2 awards.
I did the same.
Okay.
I did the same.
And I think QB of the year is gonna be Riley Cody.
Okay.
I think that he has shown basically everything that you could want out of a quarterback. Limited turnovers. I think he only has 2 interceptions on the year. Runs the ball, can pass the ball, great leadership, clock management, high IQ. Everything you want out of a quarterback. I just think that he's took a big step up this year. He was good on Rampage last year. I think their team name was, right? Revenge, excuse me.
Yeah.
He was good, but he didn't get to pick his team.
And like no disrespect, but that was kind of like a sleeper team in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that they had a good season, but like I don't think that they were necessarily had the best players of the draft or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like that was a team that you couldn't sleep on that would beat good teams.
Right. And then I mean you could make an honorable mention for a lot of guys.
Yep.
but I'm gonna, instead of going into the whole list, I'm gonna stick with mine. I'm gonna say Riley Cody, QB of the year.
Okay.
And this is as of right now.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
Damn it, I was looking for a couple of lobster props that I usually got hanging around because my QB of the year for this session is none other than Mr. Money Michael Howe. And the reason being is he went into the draft, me as his co-captain. I knew the way he wanted to draft, and you did that. You got the players that the culture that we wanted. I think the main thing, and a big reason to why we're undefeated. You know what I mean? And not only that, but we're having a lot of fun, dude. Everybody on our team is seriously like they're enjoying every single week. Like, and the cool thing about playing on this team is it's week to week. Anybody can have their week. It's not going to be the same guy every single week, and that's like one of the most enjoyable things about it. You know what I mean? We're getting everybody involved, making sure everybody plays, and then on the field, we're undefeated. You know what I'm saying? We haven't lost a game yet, and you're protecting the football, which has been fun. And that's why I got you as QB of the year right now.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Ben says Patty game look at him like star-crossed lovers. Ben, you used to look at me that way a couple sessions too. All right. All right. Next one. What do we want to do next? Defensive player of the year?
Yeah, you want to do defensive player of the year?
Lead us off. Who you got?
All right, and we played him this week, and he just makes things tough with his size, his athleticism, his IQ. But I got Patty B for the defensive player of the year. This dude's got 9. He's leading the league with 9 interceptions,
which is insane.
And 3 of those are defensive touchdowns,
which is insane.
So he plays a tough position. I think that he was playing. He can move around too. You know what I mean? He's physical. He can get up high, and he's just an athlete. He's usually he's usually a great receiver and safety. We're talking about defensive player of the year, but he's just a freak athlete. You know what I mean? He can play quarterback, all positions. Leading the way with mainly for me, it's the 9 interceptions, 3 of them being defensive touchdowns, and then playing quarterback on the other side of the ball. That's tough. That's a lot of responsibility for his team. So I got Patty as the defensive player of the year so far.
I actually had him. I'm gonna change mine just because I had him too, and just for the sake of getting more names involved. I'm gonna change mine to Deuce. Reason for that is their defense alone has, I think, leads the league in interceptions, turnovers. When he was on the show, we said you guys almost have a pick a game, like a defensive touchdown every game. So he's the anchor of that defense of a defense that leads in turnovers. So for that reason, I think that it's hard to pick against him. You could make a point for a couple different people, but I'm gonna go. And Lazu said, but do they win? They're having a decent year. They're 4-3. I think that's a pretty good year. They've lost some games I don't think they should have lost, but I think that they've done okay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then another player you could make, who I don't think gets enough credit, is Yogi. I know he's hurt right now, but if you really think about it, and this is a point I want to bring up too.
Scheming.
I thought this was an interesting statistic. So they brought up in the NBA the past 5 years of MVPs only have one NBA championship, and it's Giannis. I know Joker, Embiid won it, or whoever else. And then when you go to the 5 years before that, I think it was like 13 combined titles. It was like Kobe, LeBron. So do you think that these awards are like who has the best stats that year, or do you think it's really most valuable, or who's really like the defense, like the most vicious defensive player? Because to go to my point, the most defensive player I think in this league, like the best defensive player I think, is Yogi.
Mm-hmm.
But his numbers might not show it this year. So that's where I'm kind of torn, whether to pick someone based off like stats or whether to pick it off of like what their actual value is to a team in the league.
I think that and their impact to their defense is kind of what you're saying. You know what I mean? I kind of like what you're saying there. You know what I mean? And yo, Carter, I'm going to tell you right now, bro, I was looking at your stats and I was going to pick you, but I could have sworn I obviously did see it wrong. I saw that it saw to me that you had 0 interceptions. So that's why I was like, oh fuck, it's not Carter, because I did know that you get a lot of flag pulls, and I do know that you have sacks as well. I promise you, bro. I was going over this today, and I thought that you had 0 interceptions, and I was like, oh fuck. Otherwise, that could have definitely potentially changed things up for me. I wanted to say that because I specifically remember that.
Yep. Don writes as stats and presence on the field. So obviously it's tough. It's never going to be perfect, but that's kind of what I've been torn on with that. Okay, what do we have next?
Should we go offensive player of the year next?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Offensive player of the year.
Do you want me to start or you?
Yeah.
So I want to start, and I'm going to go off and say that offensive player of the year should be Cheeks, and there's a couple of reasons outside of just the stats for me. Obviously, Cheeks' numbers speak for themselves, but also, and I forget who exactly they played. It was a good team though, but Cheeks stepped up, and when Danny Dimes was out for a week, Cheeks literally played quarterback, dude.
Prime time.
And he was slinging it, bro.
Yeah.
I think they only got stopped one time that game, and it was a drop in the end zone, like right in the breadbasket. You know what I mean? So I think it's got to be Cheeks here, man. He is just a matchup nightmare. Like he's a smaller guy. He's elusive. He's quick. He's fast. He can make you miss flags. But not only that, like, dude, his hands are unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like
he don't drop the ball.
He's gonna more times than not, like he's gonna surprise a defender that might have size on him when it comes down to like a 50-50 ball. Like I've seen it so many times. Cheeks just fucking comes out with it, and then the kid fucking doesn't even get his flags pulled somehow. He's just running up the field. You're like, dude.
Yeah.
How did that even? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I got Cheeks.
It's tough to argue that, and I know I said that I'm gonna go against it, but I think it's kind of unanimous. It's just there's no player. The only person you can make a debate for is Duval, in my opinion, for offensive.
But you can't pick the same one, right? That's how
you can't pick the same one, and you
Same
have
guy.
him for something else.
Yeah.
I don't. So this is where it's.
Ooh, that's
I'm
hard.
like in between a rock and a hard. But as much as I'm gonna actually do something that's probably gonna sound very people can say millennial of me, and I'm gonna do a co-award for one of them. But I know you're not gonna like that, but
dude,
I'm gonna pick Cheeks for offensive player of the year. I think it's his stats are insane. Person you can make a bid for though, low key too.
Who?
Tambo. Adam Tambo. Just because of the target.
Million receptions. He's got a million receptions.
Okay, so what do we got next? We both agree on Cheeks.
Yeah, but you said your tie goes to the runner, basically. Offensive. What do you want to do next? Do you want to do Rookie of the Year, MVP? And did I miss any?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Most improved player.
Oh, okay. Most improved player.
Well, I'll let you think about that for a little.
I know
mine. That left.
I know mine.
I have mine too. You want me to go first?
Yeah, because I think we probably got the same one.
1, 2, 3. Kyle Gora.
Oh, really?
What do you got?
I'm going Porterhouse, baby.
Okay.
All right. Porterhouse, most improved player of the year.
Can't go wrong
Most
with that.
improved player. Yep. I'm going Porter. I mean, last session, I think that he felt like he was underused a little bit. Yeah. And then he came into our team, and he's honestly he's earning what he's doing. It's not like we're forcing trying to get Porter the ball. Right. He's making a lot of tough catches at tough points in the game, dude. Where like, you know, the ball's in the air, and you're like, oh shit, a little nervous. You know, it's just a big play, and Porter just always catches it, secures the ball, doesn't fumble. Don't see him really drop hardly anything. So I'm going with Porter.
And I love that. And that maybe I didn't even think of Porter as most improved because we've seen him in other leagues. Like,
True.
That to me, when we picked him, I was like, you know what, this don't really surprise me. But he has, if you look at it from a stat wise, his stats have gone insane this year compared to last year. So I could see where you could make a huge bid for that.
I'm gonna look up his touchdowns while you go.
The person I have is Kyle Gora.
I like that one too.
And I think it was his first session of flag. He had a good year last year. And then this year he kind of just took the reins over completely of the offense. And I know they've lost a couple games recently. They've lost 2 games in a row, not 3. But he's in prime position to get a playoff spot, and he's leading that offense. And there's not much else I could say. I think he's balling out. So he's my pick for most improved player.
I like that one. Yeah, so Jordan's got 19 receptions, 4 touchdowns, and 4 extra points, dude. And a massive flag pull.
When I threw a shit pick.
Yes, and it was gonna be a pick six, except for fucking Jordan Porter tracked him down, said, "Where you going, buddy? Give me that."
Yep.
See you later.
Yep. So, shout out to Porter and shout out to Gora.
I got more that. That's a great one. Most improved player. I really like that one because there's so many guys that could get that. There's some that I can say on the Blue Lobsters, but I don't want to be too biased to my own team, so I won't do that. But I like that award because a lot of guys can compete for that one.
Absolutely.
What are some other ones? Am I missing anything?
Yeah, I have we have Rookie of the Year and we have MVP left, but we have one other one, Man of the Year.
Man of the
I
Year.
have mine. You want me to go first?
Yeah, because I need to think for a second.
I think Man of the Year should be Chicky.
Okay.
The reason for that is that one, he has been the only referee that has shown up every single week, dude. When the rain the rain happened, a couple referees said I'm not showing up. He's been there every week. He paints the lines, which we never had before, or he's done it a couple times. He deals with a lot of bullshit from especially me. I'm awful to referee. I gotta get better at that because I could be a
one
dickhead.
against us.
Yeah, I could be a dickhead to referees, but he hasn't complained. He hasn't said anything. He gets a lot of heat, shows up every week and gets shit done. And he's just that type of guy. He's just a stand-up
Just a
guy.
nice
So
guy,
I
yeah.
think he's Man of the Year, in my opinion.
I would agree. I would agree because the other person I would say is Parker, who does the website every single week.
Yeah, and I know he split it with us last year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And it's just well deserved. That's a lot of hard work that he does. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. But I'm gonna second that with Chicky. I think he does an excellent job with, you know, he does this with a smile on his face. You know what I mean? I genuinely think he fucking absolutely just loves being around everybody and watching football. And I think that Chicky loves seeing people just have a good time, dude. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for Chicky. So shout out to Chicky. I'm naming him the winner this year.
Yeah. We've officially announced Chicky. We're giving him the. I don't know if Bova's gonna, but we're gonna do it.
We're doing that.
We have the first ever Flip the Bird Media
award.
Flat Football tonight officially sponsoring this. We want to sponsor this award.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
that would be
we
cool
want to sponsor this award, and we want to give it to Chicky.
We want to give it to Chicky.
You just for everything you do. Now we did miss someone.
Yes, we did, and he needs to be talked about.
He does.
Go ahead, lead us talked about. So
I munch on some more of this popcorn.
Okay, so he is a Greek god, and he goes by the name of Tyler Amigo, and this is a guy where he played quarterback last session, and he led us to we won the play-in. That being said, this season he is putting up. He moved a wide receiver on a really competitive team in the Greek Gods. There's a lot of talent over there, and dude, every single week Tyler Amigo is honestly fucking balling on both sides of the ball.
Lockdown defender too.
Yeah, he is, and he's got some size to him too, so he can be a matchup problem on both sides of the football. But this year, especially offensively, dude, I'm seeing him make possession catches. I'm seeing him catch deep balls for touchdowns. I mean, he's pulling flags. He's making interceptions. He's literally like, dude, he is a huge piece for what they do over there.
Yeah.
And a lot of, their successes, it's all of them, but he's a huge piece of that.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I'm pissed at myself for not thinking of that, but he's up there. He might honestly win that award.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be tough to make a debate against him. I know we had
100% because he's putting up like top tier talent stats and and impact on the game.
When did they get him? 4th round?
Dude, I think it was the 5th.
Yeah, that's
Jacob might have fucking. Pretty sure that Jacob crossed Amigo's name off of people's fucking.
Yeah.
You know,
put Tyler Friend instead of.
And
Tyler
everyone
Amigo.
we were looking up that kid's Facebook and we couldn't find him on Facebook, Instagram, nothing. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't remember.
TPE tampering. Not surprised.
TPE tampering, yeah. That's what but hey, that's a story. That's a story for another episode.
Can I say something, by the way, too?
Yes.
And I've said this for years. You know who doesn't get enough credit? Jacob LaPointe, dude. His stats this year are insane. I think he has 40 touchdowns, 4 turnovers total. And his team is 6-1. And nobody really even talks about him.
I know.
But it's almost a compliment when they don't, because we're used to him doing that type of stuff. He's an MVP, season 1.
He rushes the ball well too.
He does a lot, dude. He does a lot.
Lots.
And he's an MVP and he's a champion. So like, he just don't. I'm here to give Jacob a point his flowers, because I feel like at some points he doesn't get enough credit.
He's my life coach too. He's got me in the gym. He's got me eating right, dude.
Really?
Shout out to Jacob. I'm gonna be wearing tights, dude, in the fall session. No shorts.
I have no comment. Moving on. Rookie of the year. I'm gonna let you pick this one.
This one's hard.
This one is hard. Me and you talked about this before, and we're kind of on the fence. I think we have a guy in mind, but
I'm a little biased, and here's why. I'm gonna go with Danny Dimes. Reason being, he's reliable. I think he's only missed one game, and in his defense, I believe it was Mother's Day and his mom's birthday, or maybe it was like a different Sunday. It might not have been the same, but it was his mom's birthday. He missed one game. You know what I mean? And he's quarterback. He's a rookie in here, and he's literally leading the way to an undefeated team, man. Like, and what I like out of him too is he's a really good leader. He holds himself accountable, and he seems like a great teammate to play with. You know what I mean? He never, blames other people or anything. He's very into the game.
Very good at taking accountability, dude.
Yeah. And he's very into the games. Like, I'm going with Danny Dimes, but there's definitely a lot of people that could win this award.
So I've heard 2 people that they've said it's unanimous. It's not even a question. We shouldn't even vote for it.
Oh.
And it's Matt Shannon and Archibald from
Shannon's missed 2 games though.
And he's still putting up great. He has like 5 touchdowns a game. But it is a quarterback's league, man. And how do you vote against a kid who's literally not lost a game as a rookie?
He's never missed a game in his life in NEF.
And we talk about the NFL and how good the competition's got. Okay, that's fair. How can you bet against a kid who has not lost a game in this competitive league as a rookie? I don't even know if he's played flag before this.
Mm-hmm. And
he's a state champion for Medford. I know that, but
their strength of schedule too, buddy.
And it's not like he's beating bad teams,
right?
Dude. He's beating veterans in this league who have won.
He's played a lot of meaningful drives, a lot of playoff drives,
and he hasn't lost yet.
Nope.
I don't know how anybody could vote against him for being rookie of the year. I get it. Archibald and Shannon are putting up stupid numbers, but when you look at value in true rookie of the year, I think it's Danny Dimes without a question.
This has definitely been one of the most I feel like usually somebody's running away with this award. Yeah. This is like a 3-way fucking. This is a dogfight. You know what I mean? And there's time for everybody to have the wrong pick here. Yeah. There's time for somebody to run away with this competition.
And this granted, take this all with a grain of salt. There's 2 weeks left. Anything can happen, but we can only vote on what we've seen.
And one thing for me is everybody can pick a different way of how they vote for this, but for me, Baldwin's definitely a good one. For me, it's availability's one for me in the draft league. I think you always got to kind of put availability in, one of those, check boxes there for the awards that you're voting on.
100%. And I think that the next couple of weeks, a lot can change. Yeah. But it's you've seen 7 weeks. People, the thing I'm hearing too, that's kind of crazy to me is like people are like, oh, we're fine, we'll figure it out. It's like you don't realize how quickly this season goes.
Well, yeah,
you're in the 8th week of the season.
Ready to learn Chinese.
There is no way. Yeah, there's no. Oh, we'll figure it out. It's like, yo, you gotta get your chemistry. You should already have your chemistry with you guys now.
Yeah,
because you're running out of weeks. This isn't the NFL. This isn't 17 weeks. Yeah. This is 9 weeks. Plus, if you play the play-in or whatever. So.
Yep. And K-Mac, I got something to say to you, buddy. Baldwin is not moving up in the ranks, buddy. He has been up in the ranks, dog. You know who Baldwin is, and it's time that you stop fucking sleeping on Mr. Baldwin, okay? Because he lives up there in the ranks, buddy.
But shout out to Tacky Bar.
Shout out to Tacky Bar. Shout out to our friends over there at Tacky Bar who make a great product that allow us to catch footballs.
Now, Kevin, I got a question because there's been rumors flying around. Is Tacky Bar legal on gloves? Or is it strictly for the football? Because I've been seeing some people Tacky Barring their gloves up.
Oh, it reminds me of the movie Longest Yard. I think it's just it's prison yard football out there, and I think
Right.
that you're allowed to do whatever you want for a competitive advantage. I mean, this is probably not a good time to say it, but I literally super glue my flags.
Okay. All right. We'll cut that part. Are we live?
No.
We can't let that leak out.
Yeah, Robbie edited that part out.
Okay.
But no, I'm only kidding. But no, I think you can use it on your gloves. Do you?
would think so. I mean, who's gonna fucking stop you?
Who's stopping people from putting soup?
Well, the refs have hard enough time learning all the rules. They ain't gonna do a glove check before, like the MLB where they check for tar on your hand.
Oh yeah,
Before
yeah.
every
You
inning.
got hit with one of those before? Do you guys remember those purple poppers that people were wearing?
Oh my!
And they made the different sound.
Yeah.
Those things were so good that you would pull it,
Yeah,
and the
you
thing
got
would be
flag
stuck.
check.
Did you remember
But
that?
the problem was
It was in
they were
Chickies League.
so good that they would break.
They would stay in
Because they
there.
would pull them out and they'd have
And
to
they'd get-
rip out the entire belt.
Buddy, I've been dragged by my own flags with those ones on before. Are we allowed to use those in NEFL? Because I might for everybody on the rosters.
Just bring 10 pairs because
Yeah.
you'll break 2 a game.
You'll break 2, so everybody needs like
But
10 pairs or
You can't
so.
pull those what were those things called?
Poppers, purple
right?
poppers.
Yeah.
Dude, those
I
things.
gotta find the site that used to sell them.
Oh, I got the site.
You got the site?
I got the
Okay.
site.
All right.
But dude, no,
we have
seriously.
to edit all of this out because we're leaking.
Yes.
We're leaking important
Yes.
secrets here.
No, yeah, but you're not allowed to do flag checks for me. I have a routine.
He has it in his
No-
contract.
Like none other. I'm usually at Dunkin' Donuts during the flag checks.
Yeah, and not only that, if you played a certain amount of minutes in this league,
you don't.
it's- Remember the NHL where there was a grandfather, you didn't have to wear a visor, like Chara didn't have one, but everyone had to,
Yeah.
because he was grandfathered in.
Oh yeah.
If you're grandfathered in this league, there is no flag checks, there's no tacky bar on your gloves check. They don't.
No.
You just get that respect. So
Yeah.
sorry, not sorry.
Kevin still has a pair. Now that's a different story. Him, we can definitely check before the game.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
got
We
a
have,
history.
he has a digital footprint. He's literally putting out there that he cheats.
Uh-huh.
All right, moving on.
Idiot,
Yeah, what an idiot. Moving on. Let's go to MVP. Lead us off, Patty.
There's one answer for this.
There's one answer for MVP.
Yes. And his name is Andrew Duval.
Okay.
I mean, dude, he's an absolute, literally monster on both sides of the football. He is the first player in NFL history that actually threw himself a touchdown and caught it. He threw it and he caught it, dude.
Really?
Yes. No, the reason it's Duval for me is just the way that he dominates both sides of the football, dude. It's honestly insane. Like, I feel like every time I'm watching a Greek Gods game, he's just like, oh, there's a pick six by Andrew Duval,
And we've said it.
oh,
like,
there's a handoff to Duval for a touchdown, or oh, Duval
Look up his stats.
caught it on someone's little baby melon top, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's load up Andrew Duval's stats, please.
Jacob, I mean, we don't even need to load them up. Jacob's already typing them in the chat. All right, where is his stud's name? Right here. Let's pull it up. All right. Wow. So this is his first time not a member of Blue Storm. He is a 2-time Blue Storm guy. Now he's enjoying his way as a Greek god.
He finally got time.
Oh my goodness, his targets went astronomically down.
It's
Astronomically down. Look at dude. He's got half the target.
I'm saying, is he the MVP?
I don't know. I think honestly, Jacob's not doing a good job getting this guy the ball, is what I'm starting to see here.
Okay, so
No, I'm just
talking
kidding.
about Ben's first.
All right, so all jokes aside, he's got 30 receptions, 0 drops. I don't think he's ever dropped a football, literally since he was a child. He's got 8 receiving touchdowns. Okay, so here's where he's changing it up a little bit and proving that he's an MVP. Is he's a running back as well. He's Jacob's father. He's got 23 rushing attempts. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns, and he follows dad every time. Dude, he's got 10 extra points, 0 fumble loss, no forced fumbles. He's got 19 flag pulls, and
6 picks, 3 that are pick sixes.
that's fucked up.
Or 2.
That's my MVP right there. That's who I'm picking.
Okay. Well, It's hard. You guys are gonna shit on me.
Are you gonna pick a quarterback?
He was gonna be my. He was gonna be my co. What's it called?
No, more of those.
I'm
You
not
already
doing
gave
it.
one of them.
I'm not doing it.
You already gave
So
one.
in my world, Andrew Duvall wins 0 awards this year. Technically, that just doesn't sound right.
No.
But you know what? For the sake of whatever, it's Jay Charles.
Yeah.
My worst enemy.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is
my worst enemy.
Is his stats are pretty good. I fucking beat the bag out of him when we played. You know what I mean? He couldn't beat me. He just couldn't beat me this year. He's on. You know what I mean? He just. But you know, I had to add that in first.
Yes.
But if you really think about like, I think this goes to what I was talking about before, like that LeBron stretch. Remember that 10-year LeBron stretch where
He just beat the fuck out of the Celtics?
Well, that
the
era,
Eastern
but like if
Conference?
you look at like
Or what were you
06 to 2016, like LeBron James should have won the MVP every year.
Yeah.
Whatever team he was on, like had a chance of winning.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is.
I like that fact.
How it is with Jay in this league. Like you could say what you want about him, but like he just lost his first regular season game. He lost the Super Bowl, I know, to a good TDM team, but like that team, I have said from the start, no knock to Only Flags, but in chat, I'm going to ask the chat, what is Only Flags' record without Jay? They're 1-0, but if they had someone else as quarterback, are they a playoff team? What do you think? And you don't have to answer it because it kind of puts you in a tough spot, but it just
who's the quarterback? Throw me like a couple names and I'll tell you if I think.
No, I'm not. That's walking a very fine line. But my point is that they're one loss in how many regular season games? 18, 17. He's the most valuable player in this league.
And he does it on both sides of the ball. It's not like he's just a quarterback.
No, he had 10 picks last year. I think he got like 4 or 5 this year. It's tough to argue against that. So that's my pick for MVP, and that is I think that's pretty much the awards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got next? That's next week's games.
Yeah.
All right. Going into week 8.
Mm-hmm.
Do you even want to pick scores? Because you kind of been getting the bag beat out of you. Yeah. This is a must. I mean,
buddy, listen,
the best you could do right now is force a play-in overtime.
Let me ask you something. How do you think that the Warriors felt when they were up 3-1 versus LeBron in that Cavaliers team?
Do you have LeBron James on? Do you have LeBron James stuck in your head right now with these picks?
I am him. I am LeBron of this show.
I think I've been too hot on. I think I've been too good all season. I've been way too consistent.
Oh, it's over.
I think this series is over. Let's get into it.
You're pissing me off. Yeah, let's get into it. All right. So we're gonna do week 8. Start with the old trap games.
Are we ready to move on? That it's trap games now that the weather's gonna be nicer, or no? Are they still trap games?
They're always trap games, and they're more of a trap. Oh my god, I'm glad you asked that question.
Because you're going out the night before now.
Oh, guess what? You got a little Snapchat from your little thing, and guess what? She says, "Oh, Patty Ice, I want you to come to Bernie's tonight so bad." And I said, "Honey, I got the biggest flag football game of my career."
She goes, "Yeah,
I'll see you at Bernie's."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're getting back. How somehow made it out? This kid, you know what I mean? It's like, how's there somehow?
I'd like to share a story about Patty Ice in a situation with that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Me and Patty, speaking of summer, probably it was probably right around this time. No, not Bernie specifically, but me and Patty worked at a golf course, and
yeah,
we worked the 6:30.
It was like 6, dude.
Yes, especially on the weekends too, because everyone was there. Like,
Saturday.
You had to be there at 6.
Yeah.
And you work till 3.
No, what are you gonna say?
So night before, I'm getting Snapchats from Patty. I don't know what he was doing.
Time.
He was with somebody's problem.
Yeah.
He was with somebody from the roster or whatever.
Yes, the bullpen.
And I'm getting Snapchats, and Patty don't really turn up like that.
The closer.
I'm getting it, and I'm in bed, which is rare because I like to go out, but I was like, dude, we got work at 6. So I get to work the next day, strolling around 6:15. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. He's a little late. Like we all get it.
Yeah.
6:30.
6:30.
Okay, so people are.
They're starting to ask questions. They're starting to ask. Where is this guy?
I call him. He answers.
I'll never forget.
Hello. I go, buddy, where are you? He goes, oh, what time is it?
I literally said,
I'm like, it's 6:35. He goes, oh yeah, I'm in the car on my way. And I could hear this kid wiping the sleep out of his eyes. Dead asleep. He was in bed snoring. He goes, yeah, I'm in the car, dude. I'll be there soon. I'm like, yeah, your shift started fucking 40 minutes ago, but I'll come in. And the kid hitting the cot bond for the rest of the shift, but
yeah,
maybe they are trap games anyway. I guess that story going on.
If there's nights where I'm the problem, I'm the locker room guy that's texting the chat at 2 a.m. Can't wait for the game tomorrow, boys, and everyone's like,
oh yeah, he's not showing.
Mixing a water, pal.
Yeah, there's always a guy who gets fired up at 3, 4 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not showing.
Yes, my calves were cramping the next day.
Yeah.
I was a dehydrated guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You didn't help us out much with the cots, but that's okay.
No.
All right.
Where were we?
8.
Week 8. Trap games. Ooh. I love this match. I love this first matchup. And I got Punishers.
Yeah, this is
Punishers versus Bad Boys.
It's a playoff game for both teams.
I don't
This is a playoff game for both teams.
Listen, I don't want to give anything away, but I'm gonna say what my eyeballs have seen. Okay, nobody tipped me off this information, but Yogi was limping around, reffing the game. He looked like he had a significant limp to him. So,
do you think he plays this week?
I would assume no. I think that Yogi's a veteran. I think he's a smart player. I mean, dude, the way he was walking on Sunday, like I don't think it would be worth risking playing this week. Is what.
And we always say that we assume that everyone's going to be there. I'm going to assume he's not there.
I'm going to assume he's not there.
I'm hearing that he's not. I don't know. He just doesn't look good.
Yeah. So that being said, I'm going Punishers this week.
Yogi will not play till Texas. I mean,
Bryce. You buying that from Bryce?
I think that would be a smart or the play. I mean, that's the problem though, is they got Punishers and then they got us.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then if they lose both those games, they're most likely in the play-in. And then everyone's in Texas for the play-in.
Oh no!
And Yogi's a competitor, dude. He's played at the biggest stages. It would probably make sense for him to say, I'm gonna rest until Texas.
That's tough.
But he also showed up. Remember that tournament? He showed up late and he was there for the Bad Boys. So it's hard to really get a read on this one. I'm gonna say, with all that considered, I don't think he plays this week. And I'm gonna say that Punishers win this game by 4 points. All right, let me load this up. Let me get my trusty handbook here. And what do you got?
I'm gonna go. I want to start picking away from you because I have to win. I'm down 3-1. You know what I mean? I might
have to start taking risks.
I have to start taking risks.
Yeah.
I'm going out on Saturday. And then after
what
that.
What does that have to do with it?
And after that.
Oh, a different type of risk.
No. I'm going to go. I can't do it this game. I'm going to go Punishers by 2.
Wow. I think this would be a great game to do it. Okay.
Oh my God. The Celtics are getting fucking smoked, huh?
So you're going Punishers by 2. I'm going Punishers by 4.
Yeah.
So you're not going to gain anything either way on that. Unless you get a perfect score, but it's locked in. Your picks are locked in.
I see what you did there. All right. Grizzly Bears versus TD Mafia, another 8 a.m. game. Cheeks will be there. Cheeks is back from vacation.
This is going to be the toughest defense Grizzly sees.
You think so?
I don't know why I have a hunch.
I think you're fucking dead wrong.
All right, so what do you got?
I got Grizzly Bears by Baldwin. Baldwin doesn't do good in those 8 a.m.s. He's still waking up.
You think that doesn't go into my factor?
He's still waking up, That being said, I got Grizzly Bears by 16.
Okay. Grizzly Bears by 16. I have Grizzly Bears squeaking one out. I still have them winning, but I think they're going to be tested. I think they win by 4.
Okay.
I'm not confident on that. It's the first pick I've made in a while where I'm like,
You don't like that one?
I don't love it, but I'm gonna stick with it.
All right, you ding dong. Next up, we got Only Flags versus Boom.
I have a
Boom
bet on
and
this game.
Flags. What's the bet?
I have a bet that
You got a lot of empty high noons over there.
I'm like, what did I bet?
He's like, I got a bet with a guy.
I have a bird, and his name is Ronnie. I bet Ben that I don't even know what we're putting on the line exactly. I think a sweatshirt that Grizzly wins by the spread is 18. I think Grizzly wins this game. Excuse me, Grizzly. Only Flags beats Boom Boom. The spread is 18. I have them winning by, I'm going to say 19 points. Only Flags wins this game by 19. And I played both these teams, but I think that, I don't know if Boom Boom's going to be able to make the adjustments for this one. Only Flags by 19. Who you got?
Oh,
And why?
Tough.
Do you take a huge risk and just pick Boom Boom only over?
They're red hot. And Flip
And
the
you've
Bird's
been watching
covering
them, I know.
Yes.
Bless
Excuse
you.
me. Oh,
How are we on the crack bite?
I'm going Only Flags. I got some insider information.
What is it?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can.
Oh,
do
this
this.
one we're gonna hide. Steve, I already locked my pick in. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Don't cross out.
I could be wrong, but isn't Kevin not going to be there?
I don't know.
Doesn't he have that thing he's got to do?
If he's not there, that's tough.
I'm pretty sure Kevin. I think I might have heard Kevin say he's not going to be there, so I'm going Only Flags by. Oh my god! If Kevin's not there, bro.
Raggy, this one could get ugly early.
Fuck. This one's kind of tough because I'm not confirmed on that. I could be so wrong, but I'm gonna say Only Flags by. I think it's gonna be 13. I think I'm gonna go Only Flags by 13.
Remember how I said Boom Boom was dead, and then
I think
I was like, so yeah. They got the zapper thing, and the guy was alive. The heartbeat's back. Oh, here comes Flatline. Boom Boom season, and you heard it here first a couple weeks ago. You're hearing it here again. Their season is dead.
Dead in the water.
Hey, hell, you guys
Washed up on the shore.
You guys won your Super Bowl last week. Congratulations. Because they got some players missing for the play-in who are going to be in Texas, and they need a fucking They need to win this game to make the playoffs. They're not going to win this game. Their season is dead.
Do they have to go 2-0?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
Their season, Boom Boom season. I don't know if they can win the play-in without Kevin. Maybe, but yeah. See, no, you're not sold on that either. Their season's dead. It's over. I just realized it right now again, and I said it before. They had a little life. They at least got some season tickets for next year, which is good. They got some people to buy in for next year.
Yeah.
But their season is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks. It hurts me to say that because we had some good times. But as we go on,
you want to know what stinks for them too? Is you picked them. You picked that upset last week. Like you've been pretty spot on with Boom Boom this season. You know.
Yeah. Well.
And it's not it's
like a new soccer league. I mean, they're co-captains in a soccer league. He knows it.
He's in a soccer league on Sundays.
I got work on Sunday. I'm a healthy scratch. Bryce, it doesn't even matter, Bryce. That doesn't change the spread at all.
Stay home, buddy.
Yeah, but it doesn't change anything, Bryce.
Hey, why don't you work some overtime that day, bud?
Go get your money because they'll be fine without you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Bryce actually had a great game against us.
Yeah, he did. He balled out against us.
Sucks he had a little bit too much of this one in the last play of the game. He was in the huddle on the last play of the game, and Jay's like, "Why are you eating that popcorn?" He goes, "I'll show you."
Jay's calling the play, and Bryce was just eating popcorn in the huddle.
No, Bryce could have made a bid for him Rookie of the Year too.
Yeah, you definitely could.
And he had a great year, and he backed up a lot of shit talk. So
He definitely did. And I think he's also gotten humbled a little bit. You know what I mean? I think Bryce is going to be an up and coming player. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think he's a good kid.
He's got a lot of good flag football in him. So shout out to our boy Bryce. All right, next up, what do we got here? Did we do this game? We're here, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is the second game at 9:15. We got KND versus Howe, and oh my God, Vegas doesn't know what to do with this game now.
What is that?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I was saying because Howe came off a loss, but I think
I forgot they did.
I think it's gonna be a rough week for KND.
Yeah.
I would hate to be a KND this week.
Who's their quarterback?
I've seen a couple of different guys. I've seen Junior throw it. I've seen Johnny throw it. I've seen Martell throw it.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I think I've always been a Junior fan. I really have. Me and him argue a lot, but
it's because you're both competitors.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, Junior's always been like a dude I can have a conversation with, and like a real conversation with, and about football or whatever it is. I've always respected him as a competitor, and I've always thought he was good. I just don't know. He hasn't been able to really figure out this league. And I think it's more so like he's trying to play with his buddies a lot. So like he'll pick guys that he plays with all the time, Biggie,
Yes.
Martell, his brother.
Yeah.
But and I'm not saying that's bad, and I'm not saying those are bad players, but it's like you got to mix it up at some point. You gotta make a risk. You got to take a risk on a player. You got to reach on maybe on a player. You got to, you know what I mean?
He definitely drafts his people.
He drafts his people, and I think it hurts him, to be honest. So with that being said, a lot of respect for Junior and that team, but I don't think they have a chance this week. I just don't.
I think Houday is going to come out pissed off too.
Coming off a big lick, they're catching Houday at the wrong time too.
Yeah, they are.
So I got I'm gonna pick Houday wins this game by. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as we think, but I think.
But I think they'll be in control the whole time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 12-point game. Maybe a late score by KND, brings it a little bit closer. So I'll say Houday by 12. What do you got?
I'm gonna go Houday by. I'll go Houday by 16.
Okay. You better start taking some chances because we picked the same team.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Pick the Nor'easters over Bull Lobsters?
No, but you better get this score right.
Okay. You go first, and I have to think about it. This is a sleep. We can't take these guys light, dude. They have a talented roster. And they have nothing to lose.
Blue Lobsters by 31.
31? What do you know? Wow. All right, 31. I'm gonna try to be.
We could lose this game. I don't. I'm here to win this series, dude. I'm not. You know what I mean? This is. I'm gonna treat this game like it's a Super Bowl. Like I always do.
I love that. And I know
I never change
as well. I got BBL by 22.
Okay. BBL by 22. What do we got next?
The next up we got. It's gonna be a tight game. We got Dream Killers versus Honey Badgers. I got Honey Badgers.
This is where it's tough for you. This is a tough week for you to gain traction. It's gonna come down to points.
All right, so if that's the case, then
it's gonna come down by the correct scores.
I got Honey Badgers by. I'm gonna say 16 again.
I got them by 13. I think it will be a good game, but
during that 10:30 window, another fantastic window to play in.
This is where you kind of don't want to play, like 11:45 and onward.
Yeah, that's when you
rolling up to the field, people are starting to leave.
You're wishing that you could get blasted or maybe drink some high noons, but you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. You got a game coming up, or you could.
Yeah, it's a tough window.
Yeah, if I'm the pick, I would probably. I think my favorite one might be 10:30. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I have Honey Badgers by 13. You have them by 16.
Okay, so we're on the next game. We got Hustlers versus Whiskey Boys, and after playing both these teams, I think they both played us pretty tough, but I do think that the Hustlers are going to win this game, and I think that they're going to win it by 8 points.
Okay. I'm going to give you a lifeline here. I'm going to take Whiskey Boys this week.
Oh my God!
Hustlers played their toughest game of the season last year. They gave us our hardest matchup. They're playing a team who's 1-6. They should dominate this game, right? This is a trap game. Vegas, all the money's on Hustlers. People are fucking here, take my money. Yeah, everybody wants to bet the Hustlers. But then there's that guy who creeps in
Encore
with the top hat who just slips as an envelope.
Yeah, with the couple smoke shows.
And he's betting Whiskey Boys win by 3.
Oh my God!
Is that a peppy take this week?
I
That's a lifeline.
With it though. That might be the boom killer of me next week.
You have to take risks. You have to take risks. So that could be a terrible pick. They could get blown out. Guys might stop showing up for Whiskey Boys. We don't even know who's showing up, but
I know who you're picking in the next game.
What do you got?
I think that you're gonna go with Prime Time over the Greek Gods.
You want me to go first or second?
I'll tell you. I'll give you. Well, I'm gonna tell you that
I think the game of the year.
I think the Greek Gods are gonna beat Prime Time. So what do you have to say about that? I'll let you say. You go ahead now.
For the sake, I think Greek Gods is hot right now, and I would probably take them to win this game.
Oh,
even though I've been on Primetime all year, and I know people would expect me to take Primetime, and I'm gonna take them because they've been my team.
Mm-hmm.
But something tells me Greek Gods are gonna win this game by. You know what? Screw it. I'm going Greek Gods.
Okay, you're with.
And I'm going Greek Gods.
I got Greek Gods by 13. You were gonna say 13 as well?
Yeah.
I got them by 13.
Why are we doing that? Why do we think they're gonna win by 13? We gotta do it though.
That might be a ringer.
Yeah, wait, and that would be weird if
I don't know if you can afford to have the same as you though.
I know.
Can I change mine?
Yeah, I'll let you change it.
You have them by 13.
I mean, at Prime, this could be a huge momentum swing for you.
I know. I like 13, the number. You don't want to change yours?
No. And I've been on Primetime all year, but I think for some reason, something in my bones.
I like that I'll say 14 then. It's going to be a bit. Jacob, I'm going to need a really big conversion.
And this is probably in Vegas, a pick'em.
Yes.
Vegas, this is Greek Gods are -2. And for some reason, we're both sold on them.
I like Greek Gods this week specifically because of the Duval factor. I think he's going to do a good job countering a lot of the things that Primetime has to throw at them. And I also think that they're a physical enough team that's going to be able to keep up with that offense that Primetime runs.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Greek Gods this week.
Yep.
That's my.
And what scares me is Primetime's defense. I mean, they played that Grizzly Bears team without their quarterback. And they couldn't get a stop. And this is a high-powered offense. Jacob doesn't turn the ball over a lot.
No.
You know what I mean? So.
Oh, and you know he's going to be locked in. He'll be in the fucking gym.
I think that just Greek Gods get more stops than Primetime does. Is what it really comes down to.
Yes.
Okay, something's got to give here.
Jacob, I'm going to really need that conversion.
Yeah, well, you're going to really need to pick something crazy on this next game, too. And it's not looking good.
I know you're not gonna pick Demon Time.
Buddy, I sold their stock fucking. That franchise is fucking. Oh my God.
What was this? There's some things that I need to look up. Do you want to go first? Because I really need to lock in on this pick.
They were.
I have to look
by 18. Last week, are you asking what their score was?
Yes.
They lost by 18. 40-58. To Grizzly Bears.
I think Demon Time's gonna win this week.
You can't even fucking say it straight. But you need
Demon Time.
All right.
I need you, boys.
When you say it, though, I want you to say it with your chest.
Say it with my fucking chest. I got Demon Time by fucking 6 this week. Say that with your chest, bud. Demon Time, come on.
So this is what's gonna happen next.
What?
we're going to be reviewing this. The series is at this point already going to be over, and this is just going to be a.
This is just gonna.
You're
be
going to
a
look
fucking-
at me. You're going to look at me and
Say,
be
I don't
like,
know what it
dude,
is.
Demon Time by 6.
Need
Yeah, this
You
is
need it bad.
Guardians are going to beat them bad. That team, are they even going to get everyone to show up anymore?
Demon Time?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I mean, they're in the play-in regardless. Might as well rest up. Bring 5.
Oh, you know something that I don't.
I don't. I really don't. I'm just thinking like, bring 5 guys.
Do they have Habs and Arlen?
I don't. I think Habs will be there every week because he's a competitor, but I don't know if Arlen is part of that anymore. All right. Anyway, let's wrap this. What
do you got?
Let's not beat a dead horse here.
What did you say they're gonna?
Guardians are gonna win this game by 22. But they've let me down a couple times, Guardians. So
Okay, so I'm gonna need listen. I picked Demon Time a lot this year. They're the reason I'm down in the series 3-1. I need them to turn my series around. I need that game next week.
I feel bad for you.
If they win next week, then it will
You have
be
life,
3-2.
but
It will no.
that's gonna be what
Yes.
changed it.
Yep. None of the other picks. It's that one. So we'll start with that one next week.
So you
okay?
think if Demon Time wins that way?
I want to start next week. I want to note it. Start with 1:00. Start with 1:00. Thank you.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Do we have anything else?
Nope.
All right. I have a final statement.
See, See, I agree, C-Mac. I think that he knows something.
I don't know anything. It's
And
Demon
it
Time
sounds like
versus
Connor might know
Guardians.
something too.
It's Demon Time versus Guardians.
Look at you.
We're not rewriting the fucking.
You have a
We're
smirk.
not rewriting the Declaration of Independence.
Listen,
here,
if one of the big guys are out, I want to figure something out for next week.
Okay, let's say Arlen's out.
If Arlen's out, okay, so I can put a little asterisk.
No, dude, we're not doing that anymore.
All right.
Like,
See you next week then.
I'd like to say one last thing.
Yes.
It's been a hell of a run. I thought I had something more deeper than that to say. It's a lot of fun. No, this league has brought a lot of joy to a lot of people, I'm sure.
Facts.
It's been a great time. So thank you for everyone who tunes in. Like if you can.
Yeah.
The like count was a little low this week, right?
We didn't ask though. But it's like, come on, guys, give us a like,
Throw us a couple shekels in the old pot.
It's a nickel.
Yeah, throw a couple nickels in the pot. Bryce says Demon Time by 13. I just don't
Oh
see
my
it.
God, let's go, chat. Come on.
You're talking to a professional capper.
Anything going on this weekend?
There's no tournament? No, dude. I don't-
Mother's Day is Sunday. We should have said that before.
I don't think that can save Demon Time.
Well, listen, I'm saying for a lot of teams. Got a lot of dads.
It doesn't matter who shows up for Guardians.
I'm not on that game. I'm saying, that's going to be a factor all the way through the list.
Yeah, we didn't think of that.
No, we didn't.
Especially like the late.
I don't have any kiddos that I know of running around.
Well, at the later rounds is where it really the later games get through me for a loop there.
Whoop.
Especially the later games around 1:00 when you're going over for Sunday dinner, even a Sunday lunch for Mother's Day. So, all right, that wraps it up. Shout out to Drake and Tire as usual. We will be doing a giveaway shortly where you will be getting a free tire rotation, a free oil change. All you have to do is bring $50. Check. No. Cash. Yes.
They do not take credit. They do not take anything on the books.
No.
That can be reported.
No. Celtics suck.
Yeah, that game is not looking good. 95-81 Sixers, dude.
They'll win the next 2 games.
The Celtics?
Yeah. They're going to win the next. Joel Embiid's splashing threes. All right. That done it for me.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you guys